his centre. Jason Kitchley comes back at number 4. Simon Verbakis keeps his position on the left wing. Halfbacks Paul Manson and Fabian Davici. And the pack, Lee Hansen, Phil Cantillon, George Mann, David Smith, Gareth Adams and Paul Hume. On the interchange for Widnes, Mark Hewitt, Jim Cassidy, Peter Smith, Lakini Sevilio. And the Bramley team quickly before they kick off. Anthony Gibson, Simon Ray, David Gibbons, fullback Anthony Gibbons, Dan Porter, Mark Simpson, halfbacks Gary Schoefield, Mickey Horner, and the pack, Maya David, Richard Russell, Andy Proctor, Glenn Freeman, Wayne Freeman and Tom O'Reilly as Bramley kick off with the high ball fielded by Fabian Davici. On the interchange bench, Bramley have got player coach Mike Ford, Mark Gibson, Ryan McDonald and Lee Denham. And well, with Bramley loose forward, Tom O'Reilly already took a knock in that first tackle, and Bramley penalised for a punch in the tackle by Andy Proctor. There's a big wind here at the AutoQuest Stadium. The weather today has been so changeable. We've had wet, then dry, cloudy, sunny, just about everything but snow. George Mann, great ball, George Mann, Paul Hume, it was a forward pass anyway. Percival knocks on, but I think it was a forward pass by Paul Hume. Good ball by Mann, good support by Paul Hume. So Widnes forced to defend, losing the ball early in that tackle count. And although if they come off, sometimes they lead to tries. Quite often there's not much between a good pass and a bad pass, just centimetres if less. Whatever that means. I missed the Doncaster game last week, but by all accounts it was a good solid performance. Proctor, well, he's not tied up. Paul Hume went in for him, but there was no support for Paul. And Damien Munro steady as ever. For me, he's just well, making that full-back position his own. Salisbury is going to have to work hard to take that number 1 jersey off Damien Munro. Widnes still, of course, with Danny Myler and Paul Harris on the injured list. Jason Crixley, though, it's nice to see him back at the AutoQuest. Hansen, good straight drive by Lee Hansen. Cantillon, Dave Smith, who I've been told had his best game in the Widnes jersey last week at Doncaster. Manson puts the kick in. Well, sits up nicely for Anthony Gibbons. Good chase there. He beat the first man, who was Verbakis, on the left wing, but then 2 Widnes players follow up in the chase. No, in fact it was Chris Percival that he beat. Verbakis and Adams chased up well, but then gave away a penalty. Colin Whitfield, in his match day programme notes, is talking about consistency for the Vikings, and certainly that's what they need now. As I say, with this run of 12 games now, most of them should be winnable. Got to look to win at least, I would say, 9 out of the 12 games. But if they play with the consistency that the coach is looking for, quite capable of doing that. Certainly shown themselves to be one of the classier teams in the division when they hit form. But Bramley will be looking to turn the form book upside down today. They had a good win last week. Schofield tips over the top, but Munro reads it well. Covered it superbly, the Widnes full-back. James Bryers looking for ground outside to play the ball. Stuck him infield. Hansen. Cantillon. Dave Smith again goes good forward drive. George Mann. Doesn't make too much ground, but he takes 3 Batley players to put him down. And oh well, it was a quick play, the ball for Mann. He was on his feet. He was pushed down as he played the ball. And with all due respect, the referee wasn't looking at He was coming back to the line with his back to the play of the ball. But that's the way he sees it, and Widnes penalised again, giving themselves some early defence to do here. Hansen and Adams on the tackle. Great tackle by Cantillon. He met Maya David head on there. Bramley looked to get the ball out wide. Schoefield, good run around. Short ball to David Gibbons, but Widnes covered it well. Fabian De Vici moves away from half-back. Good chase by De Vici. Good work by Paul Hume as well. Hume chases this time. Widnes working hard in defence. Now this is dangerous. It's gone anywhere. Knock on, I think, against Widnes. Well, Widnes claiming that it came off a Bramley player, but I don't know. I think, to be fair, the referee has made a reasonable decision there. Widnes sometimes a bit susceptible to those high balls to the wings. It's always to the advantage of the attacking player anyway. He's got the momentum. That was a knock on. Well, Mickey Horner looks at Tom O'Reilly, because I think as he was taking the ball about, attempting to take the ball out of the scrum, the loose forward just caught it with his foot. Oh, that's good work by Critchley. Offside is given. Crowd shout, get them onside. Mr. Bates gets them onside. Paul Hansen will kick this, I would imagine, to the halfway line. Yeah, well, close to. Widnes anxious to get on with the game. George Mann straightens up. Both sides showing good defence in the early stages. Oh, Hansen! A great break by Lee Hansen, and a great sidestep. Gareth Adams has gone away from the support. Now he gets it back to De Vici. Brilliant work by Lee Hansen. Had good hands as well. He drew the man and got the ball out. Gareth Adams came inside. He had support outside him. Critchley, oh, last ditch tackle by Dan Potter. Puts down Jason Critchley. Monroe settles Widnes down. Well, let's hope Lee Hansen and George Mann can do more of the same. De Vici. Hansen, oh, lovely ball to Adams, but it was well covered by Bramley. They defended well there. Hansen wants to go at half-back now. Manson puts one high. It's going to be caught behind the line. Well, is it? No, it's a drop out. It was dropped by Simon Ray. And a good spell of attack by Widnes coming from Lee Hansen. He's a big favourite with the crowds here at the AutoQuest Stadium, but in many ways an unsung hero. He doesn't do many spectacular things. He just works all day, and it's nice to see him making those breaks. Bramley kick as the wind has dropped, but it's not a great kick, but could be difficult to field. Suspicion of a slightly high tackle by Wayne Freeman. Hansen, well, now he's a ball handler. That's a great pass by Lee Hansen. Oh, for Bacchus, can he get there? He does well. Well, Lee Hansen fancies himself now as a bit of a Tony Myler. George Mann doing the donkey work at the moment. De Vici. Paul Hume as the dummy. Smith. Critchley. Smith didn't draw the man. He does this time though. Damien Monroe straightens up. He's looking for the line. 10 metres from it. Final tackle. Switch. De Vici. Good work. Long ball out. Critchley. Oh, he can't get the ball out to James Players. Just realised the opportunity was there. A split second too late. But it's nice to see Widnes on the attack with confidence. Penalty to Widnes this time, not playing the ball. Well, I think Vabakis will look for 2 points, or will he? George Mann, well, he's setting up the play. No, now he calls Vabakis to go for goal. I think he's just telling the players it's his call. Vabakis looking for his mark. On the 20-metre line. 15 metres in from touch. It's got a difficult wind here now. It picks up again. It's blowing slightly diagonally across the pitch from left to right, but also from this side over to the far corner. Although the corner flag's not really being blown too much, and well, now the wind changes again. It's a swirling wind, but Vabakis deals with it well, and Widnes go 2 points ahead. Well, Widnes having the early advantage here, attacking well but sensibly taking the 2 points. The high kick, Davici superbly positioned. Good work as well. Adams, Widnes looking to keep things moving early in the tackle count. Hansen straightens up again. Oh, nearly. Cantillon, good work. Breaks from the half-back. Tackled well in the end by Mayor David. George Mann. Critchley needed to be a bit deeper when he took that ball. Play on. Well, that's hard to see how that happened. It was on the blind side of us, and I suspect of Mr. Bates as well. Widnes do have a habit of laying flat on the attack. Doctor. Good tackle by Paul Hume. Davici chases and stands there, and there he is for the inside man. All at the Widnes defence. Missing tackles there. Great effort by Damien Munro, but I don't think it's enough. Well, that comes down simply to missed tackles. The Widnes players will be disappointed with themselves there, because Anthony Gibbons just ran at the men and 3 players missed him then. Munro made a valiant effort to get there, but it wasn't enough, and Bramley take a shot lead against the play at the moment. Well, a kick missed, so 4-2 to Bramley, but Widnes will be disappointed with that. Everything seemed to be going to plan. There's one of those high kicks from Vabakis, and Bramley failed to deal with it. Offside, came off David May, and an offside position. Well, I don't know what he's arguing about there. It was David Gibbons it was who took the ball. Even if it hadn't been offside, it would have been a knock-on, so I don't really understand why Gibbons was having a discussion about that. Hansen. Those kicks off Vabakis just add a new dimension to the kick-offs. It just gives a new alternative. Cantillon by himself. Adams close to the line. Man goes through. Vici. Manson, but Widnes standing, taking the ball, standing still. Paul Hume will go straight. And again, Manson with that testing kick. And Mark Simpson takes no chances, knocks it dead. So, for the second time, Bramley forced to drop out. Decides to take the ball himself. Hansen dips his shoulder. That's what gets him through the tackles. Knock on. Well, Hansen saying he's still got hold of the ball, but he obviously saw something. And I think this may be the consistency. It's not just from game to game, but within games that Colin Whitfield is looking for. Good tackle by Smith. Just did enough. Caught by the boot. Makes up his ground at half-back as well. Bramley certainly testing Widnes, and that kick finds touch off Schoefield. The Bramley defence has tightened up since taking the lead. So the scrum on the Widnes 20. Vici. Bramley again dropped Tom O'Reilly out of the scrum. Damien Munro drives up well, but again Bramley tackling. Tight defence. Oh look, Hansen does it again. This time the tackle was just enough to slow him down, and Andy Proctor came in. Well, the Widnes crowds appreciate that one. Bramley have obviously done the homework on Phil Cantillon. He makes some ground there, but the chase from half-back is good. George Mann straightens up. Final tackle for the Vikings. Smith at half-back. Manson short side. Dummies. Kicks through. It's going to be one for the full-back. But 4 Widnes chasers. The ball, well, flicked out somehow by Anthony Gibbons. Simpson in a little panic, but the winger deals with it well. In the end, Paul Hume and Proctor. Schoefield. David. Working hard, still looking to get the ball out even as he goes down. Final tackle. And it's potential 40-20. It was good thinking by Mickey Horner, because he stepped back, so he was behind the 40-metre line before that kick. Monroe, good ball out to Percival. There's a bit more space on the outside, and Widnes looked to use it. Gareth Adams beats one, can't beat the second. And again, he's lost the ball. Play on, because it went on this side. Said the ball went backwards. I think that was the right decision. Chip over the top. Widnes need a chase here. And it's a good chase. Bramley coming away in ones, working that scooter from the acting halfback. Well, good tackle by Jason Critchley. He fumbled with the ball, his options on the outside disappeared. Well taken in one hand by Babakis, but he in turn is tackled well by Simon Ray. Adams, well, he switched his back to the short side. Hansen, he's loving it today. He's having a stormy match. Man of the match so far, in my mind, Lee Hansen, testing the Bramley defence every time he gets the ball. George Mann, oh man, does likewise. He couldn't get the ball out. He had Davici in support. The dummy nearly took him past the last man, but not quite. Davici. Hansen, great ball inside to Percival. Percival looks for support, gets the ball to Babakis. Well, Babakis judged us forward. Don't know about that. Monroe was tackled anyway. With a bit more experience, Babakis may have been able to dive for the line himself from that distance out. It was great work by Percival and good support by Babakis. One pass too many. "18 minutes to go in this half, and Vikings, don't forget, still 4 points to 2 down in spite of all the attacking opportunities. The double dummy by Tom O'Reilly doesn't fool Paul Hume and George Mann. Mayor David, that dummy doesn't fool David Smith. He's tackling well at the moment. And Critchley. Mickey Horn there, the Widnes line came up very well on the outside, cut off the pass to his support play. Final tackle for Bramley. Schoefield puts one in towards touch. Damien Monroe slips, and Babakis will pick that one up. Monroe wants a man outside, nobody too keen to get there. Smith takes it standing still, but still manages to beat the first man. Critchley. Well, James Bryers, not too many options there when he took the ball. Fans not happy about the 10 metres. The Bramley line in the middle, nowhere near onside. The only person that went back 10 metres then was the referee himself. And they're still doing it on this side. Manson, good work. Oh, nice tip. And it's a chance for Davici. He needs support. It's a great tackle by the loose forward O'Reilly. The Bramley defence cut off. A pass to the support player. Manson flicks the ball back. Hansen really thinking about the kick. Chance on the outside, please. Oh, he's in touch. Good work, it has to be said, by Mark Simpson. He just pushed James Bryers into touch. Davici hurt, he twisted his ankle as he went down in that tackle. Top try scorer for the Vikings. He couldn't get there that time. He's got 8 this season. Great tackle by David Smith. Gets better every week. Oh, Mayor David. Oh, and Gareth Adams took a big one there. Oh, I thought he was out cold for a second. He shakes his head as he gets up. Don't blame him. That's good hands, and Critchley slipped. Turnover. Bryers. No's going to look to come in. Well, he doesn't in the end. He was called down by Davici. Want men on the left. Hansen. Oh, straight again. Davici. Manson, the dummy, nice work by Munro down the back, but it doesn't open any gaps. Adams gets the ball out in the tackle. Oh well, George Mann gets the ball out. Babakis, can he get there? He's dropped it. Well, again, maybe a bit of a lack of experience there, because if Babakis had kept that ball, the tackle probably would have rolled over. Close enough for him to put it down, but he was just perhaps a bit over-eager. Good attempt though. Good hands by Widnes, but well, they're having the most of the play, but just can't get the points on the board. There's only 14 minutes left in this half. Good tackle by Smith again. Richard Russell makes half a break and then gives the ball back to Smith. And the big substitute, Ryan McDonald, has sneaked on without telling anybody. Not been announced by the tannoy. I didn't see it. In fact, Bramley have made 2 substitutions because Lee Denham has come on as well. But again, the fans whistling as the referee fails to take Bramley onside. He's not even making any attempt. He might as well save his energy and not bother going the 10, because nobody's going with him. Manson, Paul Hume. Manson not yet done his famous dummy and sidestep. It's the final tackle for Widnes. High kick. Oh, it's dropped. Manson gets the ball back. Play on. Well, Manson missed the first opportunity because he was looking to tackle Gibbons, but Gibbons had dropped the ball. Now, Damien Munro was going sideways, and I think that's where the fault. First half, they've had plenty of opportunity, but Bramley have defended well. Cover tackling has saved the day a couple of times. And that's a good attempt by McDonald. Bramley working hard up the middle of the field. Corner. Caught in possession. Glenn Freeman. Well, number 17. Denham chips one over the top, but it's taken well by Damien Munro, and he makes a good few metres there. Cantillon. The Widnes there, you can see it brought on Feeney Sevilio. Davici, Paul Hume. Nice side step by Hume. Widnes don't gain too much advantage. Gareth Adams, by the way, I think is the player that's come off for the Vikings. Davici still limping badly, and Lee Hansen still driving forward like a one-man army at times. Paul Hume, good attempted pass by Paul Hume. Percival straightens up. And Davici has to go off. Mark Hewitt comes on. Davici limps off. Manson kicks the corner. Taken by Mark Simpson. He's a good, confident player. Well, play on, says the referee. George Mann finally has to tackle back. Well, I must say I agree with the referee's first decision that the player wasn't tackled, but he seemed to have been, and then he penalised Widnes for exactly the same type of incident, except this time a second man came in to complete the tackle, and they get penalised, so you can't have it both ways. But Bramley coach Mike Ford must be very happy with the way his team have played so far this afternoon, with 10 minutes to go in this half. Well, up until that mistake, Schoefield just trying to explain there to Lee Denham the angle that he wanted him to come at. Denham running towards the man, Schoefield passing to the outside angle. But Bramley have done a good holding job on the Vikings and broken down the defence on one occasion. 3 missed tackles by Widnes and put them behind in the game. Sevilio thought about the pass, but Cantillon was covered. Hansen, he's the only really Widnes player that's coming from deep and dipping his shoulder in the tackle. George Mann. Hewitt. Scott Manson outside. Paul Hume steps inside. Looked again for support, but just couldn't get the ball out. Now Manson, what will he do now? Again he kicks to that far corner with a swirling wind. This time it's well taken by Simon Ray. Schoefield at Cantillon. Well, Widnes really need to score before half-time just to get things into perspective here, because they've certainly dominated the attacking chances in this game, but Bramley have kept them out and scored with, really they've only looked like scoring once and we've finished it, but now they look like scoring again. Damien Munro just does enough, and David Smith gets a hand in. There were 3 Bramley players in support there, Lee Denham and Anthony Gibbons in support, but the hand of David Smith saves the day for Widnes as Munro just clutched on. Cantillon. Smith, but Widnes going at players at the moment instead of gaps. George Mann. Cantillon, that's good work by him. Just manages to avoid crossing with Paul Hume there. Final one. Hansen steps, tips over the top, he's chasing it himself, but it bounces nicely to Schoefield. But Hansen again tackles Gary Schoefield. Widnes claiming for the knock-on, but not given. Well, Hansen with a big hit, but Simon Ray kept going. Lee Denham, he's a big lad, he's going to, I suspect, take some stuffing out of the Widnes tacklers. Looking to tire them down. Schoefield will kick. Hit the ball onside, but the kick for touch. Backus thought about taking it sensibly, then decides to let the ball go into touch on the Widnes 10-metre line. 5 minutes to go. Well, the fans won't be too happy to go in behind at half-time. I don't think the players will either. They've had the chances. You have to give the Bramley side credit for good defence. It breaks in the scrum. Cantillon to Sevilio, keeps his legs pumping. Again, just can't get the ball out. Bramley do cover the ball well in the tackle. Paul Hume. Manson with Hewitt outside. Getting the ball wide. Percival steps in, but he's stepped into the man in the form of David Gibbons. nice crossfield kick, but taken well by Anthony Gibbons. Damien Munro made the chase. The kick sat up nicely for the full-back. Still haven't seen Manson use his dummy and sidestep to open up a gap for himself yet. With 4 minutes to go. Widnes with little to show for the hard work in this half. Bramley so far with a 2-point lead to show for their efforts. Schoefield, dummy, short ball. George Mann saw what was coming. This time Schoefield kicks to the opposite corner. Damien Munro again positions himself well. James Bryers comes round, finds the first gap inside Schoefield. Again a good chase by the visitors. The Bacchus. George Mann. Hansen. Now that's what we call coming onto the ball at pace. Making 10 metres at least every time he gets the ball. Lee Hansen. Widnes slightly at 6s and 7s there. Final one. Kick to the corner this time. It's going to go dead. Touching goal. Tap on the 20. Tempted to use the 40-20 kick here, even though they've got a slight wind which would favour that. David Smith gets some attention off the Widnes physio. Samuel Gray. Well, I think Mike Ford will be very happy to go in ahead this stage of the game. Bramley with another chance. Well, the fans saying the tackle was in for touch. It doesn't really matter because Widnes have kept the ball alive. Paul Hume straightens up. All good work by Hume. Bramley in 12th position in the league, Widnes in 5th. But you couldn't tell that by looking at today's performances at the moment. They'll be certainly happy, more than happy to go in with a 2-point lead against the Vikings. It could have been more then, except for the great cover tackle. We're now into the final minute. Widnes standing very flat and suddenly have become disorganised. The fans don't like it. Manson comes round. Munro, it's better. Munro comes deep into the gap. Paul Hume has to get though. I don't know where anybody else was. It's a better kick as well because it doesn't go behind the line. It forces Gibbons to field it infield. Well, clock ticking down. This could well be the last set of 6. Good drive from Tom O'Reilly. Schoefield, well, he knows it's nearly half time and he wants the ball as far to the Widnes half as possible. Schofield's chasing it himself. First there. Damien Munro can't beat Gary Schoefield. We're now into stoppage time in the first half, and I think Colin Whitfield will have some organising to do at half time. Bryers shows the ball. Oh, he's just caught by the jersey by Dan Potter. And an excellent first half performance by Bramley. They've contained Widnes when the Vikings looked dangerous. The cover defence was good enough for Bramley, and they've had one clear-cut chance to score. Nearly scored late on as well, but so far the only try from Anthony Gibbons for Bramley. Widnes just with the Bacchus penalty, and a lot for the Vikings to do at half-time. Half-time score here at the Autocrest. Widnes Vikings 2, Bramley 4. Bramley takes the pitch after the half-time entertainment. Mini game provided by West Bank and Latchford, I think, was the other team, but also a lack of honour by Hornets youngsters who have won 3 championships this season. The under-14s, taking the league champions with a 100% record, and they've lost only 1 game in the last 2 years. Also individual honours for Hornets representatives at county level for Liam McGovern, David Allen, Craig Bennett, Jamie Durbin, Sean Loftus, Mike McDonald, Dave Prescott and Steve Owens. Congratulations to them. And they were actually accompanied onto the pitch by some kids from Kosovo who have been taking refuge in Widnes, and they received the biggest cheer of the afternoon, which was nice to see. It's good to see Widnes Rugby League Club being involved in these community events. Fabian Devici has come out to watch the remainder of the game, but he had to be helped out with 2 Widnes players carrying him out virtually. I don't think we'll be seeing Fabian again this afternoon. And a lot of head shaking going on amongst the supporters and some of the club officials here at half-time as to what Widnes are doing and what they should be doing in the second half. Head shaking in disbelief. The Vikings haven't scored at home this afternoon. Bramley, I'm sure, feel that they've weathered the storm and have come out in the second half with confidence, because in fact they have weathered the storm. The Vikings throw the ball about well at times. The Yorkshire side have stood up to the onslaught and taken the lead. Well, that's still the final tackle. Intercepted by Sevilio, who does well to stay in field. David Smith has stayed off at half-time, incidentally, and Gareth Adams has come on, back on. Paul Hume on the Widnes attack line, a bit deeper at the moment. George Mann, dummies. Oh, good work by Mann. Gets the ball out to Percival. Percival couldn't get the ball inside Mark Hewitt. Groans as the pass doesn't come to him. Widnes needs a straight man out there. Sevilio. The ball switched back. George Mann, can he straighten up? Percival. Oh, great ball by Percival. That was superb play by Chris Percival. He knew exactly what he wanted to do there. He took the ball off George Mann, and that's what the Vikings have been begging for all afternoon. Percival just showed the ball, drew his man in cheekily, and then slipped a simple pass, and Simon the Bacchus goes over for his first try for Widnes Vikings. He kicked 7 goals, including his conversion today, but that is his first try. But it was a great long ball out from Paul Manson to George Mann, Mann to Percival, and then Percival just calmly and coolly seven metres in. Hewitt, and it wasn't a copybook kick, it didn't sail over, it sneaked over, but the 2 points are there for all to see. The Vikings take the lead now by 8 points to 4. Well, questions were being asked at half-time as to when the Vikings would score. Well, there's the answer. And it's nice to see that they've come out, obviously worked something out at half-time as to how they could change things. Sevilio. Oh, he loses the ball. He tried to step away, and Lee Denham banged into McDonald and the ball flew out. I must admit, I'm surprised that Mike Ford hasn't come on. I've not obviously seen him play this season, but I thought maybe when Bramley had Widnes on the back foot before, I may have put him on, just his experience and his ability to test defences. But Horner is doing nothing wrong at the moment, so maybe that's unfair comment by me. Good chase by Vabakis. Chases Simon Ray. It's the final one for Bramley. Schoefield. Oh, neat kick over the top by Schoefield. Picked up well by Percival. He's got to come inside though. I'm sure. Oh, good work again by Percival. Nice work. Well, he did well there, Percival. I'm sure he was tempted to just put his head down and go for the line, but that was too dangerous. He did well. He beat men, came in field, and then attempted well, maybe not an impossible pass, but perhaps an unnecessary pass. And the ball went loose. Well, Manson is going to be penalised for the dangerous tackle. I don't think there was an intent there. He's obviously hurt the player. I don't think that was intention. It's always hard. I mean, you're taught when you tackle, you lift the man, you turn him over. Now the player's still running and you're pushing backwards. But if the player stops and you just lift him, then that's what can happen. I think Manson was just trying to turn him over and push him backwards. He lifted his legs and the player turned over. It was a dangerous tackle, but I don't think it was intended to be. And let's hope that that's nothing too serious down there. He obviously landed on his neck or head. Well, he's gone on report. I can't see that Manson will get punished for that. He turned him more than lifted him. Looks to add the 2 points and close the gap. And no danger there. So 8-6 now. Well, how many times have we said this season that the opposition have scored when Widnes have made mistakes? And that time the ball was turned over following good work by Percival. With one pass, too many attempted. Hewitt, I think we'll kick this deep. Just so. Well, this is one of those games Widnes would have expected to win, but now are having to fight for. Can't afford to be losing games at home, especially to teams 7 places below them in the league. That's the consistency that Colin Whitfield is talking about. That's a great tackle, by the way. Widnes have to get on top of this game, just lift the game a bit, wear down Bramley if necessary, and then put some points on. Final tackle, if they keep tackling like that, they should be able to do it. Schoefield will use this win in the second half to his advantage, there's no doubt about that. He's a master tactician, Gary Schoefield. George Mann, it wasn't the best of balls to Simon Verbekis, but he took it well. Fans still not happy about the onside, and no wonder, because Horner was well up in the Widnes line. Paul Hume is still not tackled. Great determination by Paul Hume. He took some big hits, but he got up to say, look, I can take this, keep doing it all day. He wasn't going to be stopped. George Mann. Final one. Manson. Dummies. Back to Cantillon. Cantillon. That's a charge down. Well, I think it would have been back to one. I don't know what the fans are doing for it. It certainly wasn't a knock on, but it was a charge down. Well, Hansen, that's a crucial tackle by Lee Hansen, because Gibbons had done it again and broken free of his marker. Widnes just can't afford to relax here. Bramley may not be high up in the table, but they've got some classy players and some competent players who will finish off chances if they occur. Schoefield. Well, Widnes a shot on the far side. Paul Humes calling Cantillon over. There's the gap. Horner gets a good ball. Gibbons is going to score under the sticks. Well, that's exactly what Widnes didn't want. And the gap was there. Paul Hume called the cover over, but only Phil Cantillon came. There's still a gap as Horner stepped inside Cantillon, and Gibbons adds his second of the afternoon. The Vikings go behind. And this kick should make it 8-12. And Widnes just have to tighten things up and be consistent. Can't afford to lose to Bramley here at home. Simpson should add this, and the Bramley supporters, who aren't very many of them, I have to say, but they'll be overjoyed with this. Bramley 12-8 ahead. Well, Widnes made such a good start to this half. To be fair, the attacking potential of the Vikings is being slightly disjointed by the offside at times. But Bramley have got the tails up and can sense an upset here. Widnes already lost at home to Batley by 1 point. Gibbons again looks dangerous. Gary Schoefield out there marshalling the attack. There he is, inside ball. Maybe spotting a weakness in the Widnes line at the back of the play. The ball, sometimes gaps appearing there, and if that's the case, Schoefield will be the first to pick up on that. Now there's a 40-20 on. That's going to go dead. Yes, it does. 26 minutes left for the Vikings to shape themselves. It's a frustrating situation. You can play so well against some teams, and then suddenly things just don't seem to click at times. It's hard to know why. I'm sure the players and the coaches that would be as mystified as anybody else to explain why that doesn't happen. Well, maybe there's one example of why. Gareth Adams trying to get the ball out, and again Widnes turnover possession unnecessarily. inside their own half, just making hard work for themselves. Proctor. Substitution again takes place. Mayor David comes on, and oh, that's a great interception by Lee Hansen, who has been outstanding, and he's broken free. Cantillon, oh Cantillon, can he get there? A great tackle by Gibbons, but Lee Hansen again leads the way for the Vikings. Chance on the outside, Priestley's going for the line, can't get there. A great tackle by Schoefield. Bramley are dead on the knees though at the moment if Widnes can spin the ball wide. Wide ball certainly is on here. Munro. Oh, Severio caught in possession, throws the ball away. Paul Hugh picks it up, tries to go himself. Well, but there again, that's the difference between the two sides up to now. When Bramley have broken, they have managed to evade the cover tackles. Widnes couldn't do that. It was a match-saving tackle perhaps by Anthony Gibbons, certainly a try-saving tackle. Cassidy over Bacchus. Oh, brilliant try. The touch judge purposefully puts the flag behind his back to signal that he was not in touch. It was good hands. Cassidy came on unannounced. Great pass, but the man that deserves all the credit is the man whose name will go down for his second try of the game. Simon Babakis did superbly. It wasn't a good pass. He took it high, brought it down in one movement and plonked it on the floor before he was knocked into touch. Great stuff by the winger. But that credit for that try, besides going to Babakis and the players involved in that final movement, has to go to Lee Hansen, who made a crucial interception on his own line as Bramley were looking dangerous. Sprinted 60 metres before handing on to Phil Cantillon. A great tackle by Gibbons, but Widnes managed to round off the attacking chance this time. But for me, Lee Hansen has got to be the man of the match for the Vikings up to now. Now a difficult kick from Hewitt, as you can see. It's just, well, I don't even know if we're talking metres there, 1 metre maybe off the touchline. Hewitt's last kick, although it went over, wasn't a great kick. He just takes his one step again. That is a great kick. Brilliant kick by Hewitt. That's why he's a big favourite here with the Vikings fans. And Widnes take the lead, 14-12. What can you say about Lee Hansen? Super play all afternoon by Hansen. Now, as I said there, Jimmy Cassidy, well, he just popped up in the middle of that move. And I think Gareth Adams has gone back off. Oh, Hume, well, the ball rolls everywhere. Hume in the end couldn't get it. It bounced over him. It seemed like a lucky bounce, but as he turned to get it, I think Hume slipped. The first one bounced in between Hume and Byers. Then, instead of bouncing into dead, it bounced back over Hume's head, but he couldn't get to it. So Widnes be forced to drop out. Well, it seems in this game that every time Widnes go ahead, something goes badly for them. Now Mike Ford now comes on instead of Mickey Horner, and this is where he could be dangerous. He's a wily old fox, Mike Ford, and maybe not so old. I think he's about 33 now. Ex-Castleford player. He's teased and tempted Widnes many times on this pitch. Is he going to do the same this afternoon? Well, at the moment, his team have been doing very well, thank you, without him. And Bramley looking for an early opportunity to strike back, having one possession. There's forward in possession. Schoefield. Oh well, the pass not given forward. The fans shout forward. It looks slightly forward, but well, I bet there's not many better half-back pairings, certainly no more experienced half-back pairings in any division than Matt Ford and Gary Schoefield playing together. It may not be Super League, but wouldn't you sooner have this good old-fashioned rugby league, and you certainly get to see some of the famous old names down here in this division. The fans still not happy with the offside. Oh, good ball out to Vabakis. Now he steps inside. Oh, that's a great step. And again, good work by Vabakis. He's an exciting player, certainly. He was tracked well by David Gibbons. Though it was good work, good defence by the Bramley player who tracked him all the way back, but he set up a chance to attack for the Vikings on this side. Cassidy gave the ball to Critchley with nowhere to go. Hewitt. Manson kicks through. Is it too hard? I think it is. Just a bit too hard. Popkin was the first there. Well, the Bacchus just needed a man on his shoulder then, but he certainly showed a good bit of common sense there, and a fair amount of skill. Stepped inside twice to beat the cover, but good defence by the number 3 centre, David Gibbons, for Bramley, because he followed him all the way back. On the spin, almost takes Richard Russell clear. Well, this is certainly an end-to-end stuff now. Ford, great tackle by George Mann on David. Well, it may not be Super League, but it's also not 40 points to 0 or 40 points to 10. Hansen, oh, it's not Hansen, it's Sevilio this time. Well, oh, back to 1, good decision there. Not the best of decisions by Lakini Sevilio, but it comes off well for the Vikings. He was playing so well, I thought it was Lee Hansen. Oh, there's a great atmosphere here now. The crowd rises in expectation. Jason Critchley goes down in the tackle. Hewitt. Hansen. .18 to go. Maybe one more try would seal it even for the Vikings. Cassidy. Oh, nice ball. Munro. He's going for the corner. Has he got the pace to get there? Yes, he has. Great try by Damien Munro. I think he was hoping even to get towards the sticks, but he slipped as he got there. Used it early on in the season. Then perhaps the Vikings overused it. That short ball off Cassidy with the dummy and the runner down and the short pass. But that time it worked to perfection. Cassidy showed the ball, delayed pass to Damien Munro, and a brilliant turn of pace to get past Anthony Gibbons. He's a good fullback, is Anthony Gibbons, but Damien Munro just did enough to get there. So brilliant kick by Hewitt. Touchline effort, can't fault that. I just love that style of kick, and he takes one step back and his swing is so perfect. That's all that he needs to get the distance and the accuracy. 20 points to 12 now for Widnes. Will that kill the game with 16 minutes to go, or can Bramley come back into it? Led by player coach Mike Ford, who's now going to take over in the middle alongside his partner Gary Schoefield. The short kick, Cassidy takes it well, he takes a big hit. Also Sevilio this time. Well, He shows the ball again. This time he manages to keep hold of it. He's still showing the ball. George Mann. Oh, great work by Mann. Spins in the tackle. And Tom O'Reilly goes down injured again. Oh, he took one in the chest off George Mann. Hansen. Tom O'Reilly took a knock on the sternum there as Mann spun into him. Manson. Paul Hume straightens up. He's worked very hard this afternoon as well. Possible contender for man of the match. Final tackle for the Vikings. Hewitt dinks one over the top. Oh, definite. That's got to be a free kick. Yes. Spotted, the foot went out from Mayor David. It wasn't just a block, there were two blockers there, but the foot went out from Mayor David. He's lucky not to be further penalised there. And again, I don't know why David Gibbons is talking to the match official about that. There's no doubt about it. So Hewitt will look to add another 2 points. Tom O'Reilly, I think, will have to go off as George Mann spun before in the tackle. He caught O'Reilly in the chest. Mark Gibson is the player that's looking to come on. We've got two Gibbons, a Simpson and a Gibson. If I get confused, can't blame me. Hewitt, well, centre field. Just outside the 20. No danger with that one. 22 points to 12, and Tom O'Reilly comes off. Gibson comes on for Bramley. The Vikings now in the ascendancy. Make a better fist of dealing with that. Just about. Hume, Damien Munro, who scored what could turn out to be the game breaker. Cantillon, oh, shows the ball. A good tackle though on him. Up for Gibbons. Good tackle by Jason Critchley, assisted by Paul Hume. Critchley again in with the tackle. And Spurl on the outside. Oh, Widnes line needs to move up here. Chances here for Bramley. The ball thrown back. Well, it came off George Mann. It was going, unfortunately, straight to Lee Hansen, but George Mann tried to pick it up, and it goes back to one. Simon Ray caught in two minds then. Mayor David, tackled by Hansen and Sevilio. Mike Ford brings Bramley back on the inside. That's a great tackle by Manson and Hansen together. Simon Ray looking through the gap. Sevilio makes the tackle this time. Final one. Mike Ford standing out wide off Schoefield. Chip over the top. Great catch by Manson. Oh, well done by Paul Manson. It was an awkward kick. Manson landed on his shoulder though. That could be bad news for the Vikings. He went down heavily on his shoulder, Paul Manson. Sevilio comes back off, and Gareth Adams, I think for the third time, comes on. Paul Hume, he's done a great job of driving straight Paul today. Great competitor, as we know. George Mann steps in field, couldn't get the ball out. Final tackle for the Vikings. Cantillon tips through. Simon Ray. Oh well, he nearly took it well. But Bacchus picks up Hansen. Oh, Lee Hansen's going to score. A great side. Nobody deserves it more. And Lee Hansen scores a 30-metre try for the Vikings under the sticks. Well, he certainly gets my vote for man of the match today, and he's been a tireless worker all season for the Vikings. That is his first try of the season for Widnes. And didn't he enjoy it? Well, Simon Ray seemed to have dealt with that awkward kick through as Cantillon realised it was the last tackle and he had to get it. It looked like Bacchus might pick it up and go for his hat-trick, but Lee Hansen scoops up the pass and sprinted 30 metres to the line. Nobody was going to stop him then. He's threatened to do that a couple of times today and so many times this season without being given the rewards. But now the game is well and truly over, I think, for Bramley. Hansen gets the applause of the Widnes crowd, and doesn't he deserve it? He loved that one. 26-12, the kick to come. Well, Widnes finally have done what we hoped they would do after a stuttering first half. They've gradually wore down Bramley. And once that was done, began to pile on the pressure. Mistake by Simon Ray costing the visitors that time. Gary Schoefield walks towards the kick. Can't keep an old dog down, but it doesn't bother Hewitt. And it's 28-12 now for the Vikings. Well, Paul Hume, I thought, would be a contender for the man of the match, sponsored by Sam Evans and Sons. He gets the man of the match award, and there he is in full flow. But I think Lee Hansen can feel unlucky, and I think maybe if the choice had been made a few minutes later, having scored that try, Hansen would have been given it. Because I think I would have given it to Hansen, just edging out Paul Hume. Lee Hansen, my man of the match, not that that counts for anything. Paul Hume, would you believe it, has taken a knock there, limping behind play in the backfield. Oh, Peter Smith has come on to the field. George Mann has gone off, and I can't believe that Peter Smith's going to go into the number 10 position. It's a great kick. Gibbons has to field it. Percival, great chase, and he keeps Gibbons behind the line, assisted by, well, none other than Lee Hansen. You've got to prop forward there, being second in the chase to that 40-metre kick. That speaks volumes about the man. It'll be interesting to see how the pack lines up where Peter Smith has gone onto the wing. I think Critchley will go into the pack, or maybe even James Breyers into loose forward. One of the two will go into the pack. The drop-out roll straight out. It's a penalty. And they were going to take the two, surely. Paul Hume, the man of the match, has limped off for Widnes. Well, you can't take that away from Paul. He's straight running. He's gone straight into the changing rooms. He took a knock on the leg. Well, the fans are booing. You have to laugh. You've got to take the 2 points. Doesn't matter what the score is. You've got to take the 2 points. Widnes now playing with 12 men. 5 to go. And if Widnes didn't take 2 points, and Bramley got the ball and scored 3 tries in the last 8 minutes, the fans will be booing Widnes, so you have to take the 2. Might be boarding, might be Wiganish. Wigan of the early 90s. You'll take 2 points if you're 50-0 ahead. And that's the way to win games. Schoefield again walking forward. Well, points on the board, 30 points to 12. Widnes are playing with 12 men at the moment. I think they used all the substitutes. I might be wrong, I didn't see anybody come on when Paul Hugh went off. The ball bounces over Peter Smith's head as he came forward for it. Oh, Widnes have had a few problems with these kick-offs, not just today, but in the past, and that's why the new rule, or the old rule as it was brought back, to make that game just a little bit more spicy. Gives the team that has conceded a chance to get the ball back. 4 minutes to go, clock stopped. Hewitt kicks deep. And the ball bounces awkwardly. Great tackle by Gareth Evans. Simon Ray. Schoefield, long ball out. Dixie Russell. Mike Ford at half-back. Ford and Schoefield won't stop probing the Widnes defence, and there's Ford. Sets off Dan Potter. Ford, Schoefield. Great tackle by Adams. Manson just did enough and Adams came flying in. It's the final tackle for Bramley. Mike Ford and Damien Monroe covers well. Once again, Ford will drop out at 30 points to 12. It doesn't matter. Widnes have hit Bramley with a quick 22 points in no time at all, really. Besides Babakis, Monroe, Hansen. Well, really 5 versions of Hewitt in that same space of time. Killer is stately strong, playing for his place today. You can't leave out Fabian Davici. This is a nice post that Colin Whitfield's got. You can't leave out Davici. He gets to 20 odd tackles a game. He's the top try scorer with 8 tries this season. Attendance 2,820. That is a brilliant attendance, considering, with all due respect to Bramley, that they haven't brought that many spectators with them. And as we say that, Wayne Freeman goes over in the corner. Widnes caught a bit short there. They are playing with 12 minutes, don't forget. And well, I looked at I think it was the Wellington game last week. There was only 3,000 odd there. Widnes are getting crowds coming close to the lower teams in the Super League. Well, not even the lower, the least supported teams in the Super League. Widnes certainly matching them. Takes his time. Great kick. Can't fault him for that. 30 points to 18 now. Well, it's a slight deficit on the goal difference situation, or the points difference, if it ever comes to that. Come back. 12 to lead, 30 points to 12, and now 30 points to 18. I don't think Widnes will be too disappointed, especially having lost Paul Hume now. There's nobody to replace him. Well, Mr. Bates was quite right there. He was telling the Widnes line to stay on side because they were moving forward for the kicker. It would have been offside. We're now into stoppage time in this game. Great last 20 minutes really by the Vikings is what has sewn up this game. Knock on. First knock on. We'll hand Widnes possession. Would be nice from the Vikings' point of view if they could just score before half time, before full time I should say. I wouldn't want to sit for another 40 minutes, although it has been a good game. It's quite cold up here. Sunny on the pitch, cold in the shade. Hewitt, the fans want one more. Hansen, oh well, what a great try. Widnes have worked that move before this season. And there again, it's perfectly executed. Paul Manson just holds up the ball and Percival comes into the gap. So Widnes make it 34 points to 18. Hewitt's kick should make it 36-18. My guess is that will be the last kick of the game. And great second half performance by Widnes. Once they got ahead, they have done what a good professional team should do, which is to grind the opposition into the ground. It's not enough to win. You have to keep going and win well. This is time. No problems with that, and there it is, the full-time Huta. An excellent win for the Vikings. It looked dodgy in the first half. Widnes just didn't come out firing on all cylinders. All credit to Bramley because they knew they had a job to do and they came out fired up to do it. And it was 8-4, or was it 4-2? I should say, to Bramley at half-time. They had a shock lead and Widnes looked like they might never score, but then in the second half the Vikings stepped on the gas. Tries two from Bacchus, one from Monroe, one from Percival, and the most popular one from Lee Hansen. Gibbons got his second and Freeman scored late on for Bramley. Man of the match was Paul Hume I should say, by Lee Hansen. So the Vikings make it 3 on the trot now. The difficult one will be away next week to York. That could be a big fourth. Whatever happens, Michael on video will be there following the action. We'll see you then.